Shaedon Sharpe is the newest NBA superstar that nobody cares about right now for the Portland Trail Blazers. And probably for good reason, because the Portland Trail Blazers are kind of bad. But so far, he has been on a tear this year in his sophomore season, averaging 20 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Now, yes, we are only 8 games into the season, but this is a heck of a start for the young fella out of, I guess you could say, Kentucky, but he didn't really go to college. Remember, 2 years ago he was in high school, and now he's in the NBA, averaging 20 a game, leading the league in minutes played, and he's being very efficient. There are very few other 20-year-olds that are this efficient right now. 44% from the field, 36% from three, a steal, a block, and like I said, the young man is 20 years old. He can't even vote yet, and he's still putting 20 on dudes night in and night out. Now, last year, he put up 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 1.2 assists on 47% shooting from the field, 36% from three. Pretty good for a guy that basically came straight from high school to the NBA. Had a little bit of practice at Kentucky, but he has so much potential. Unlimited. I mean, look at the athleticism. He's got all the tools defensively at 6'6". There was a reason I had him as my number 2 prospect in last year's draft. He's starting to pay it off as well. Now, the Blazers are 3-5 with the 29th offensive rating, but the 10th defensive rating, so they are playing good defense. They just can't score the ball. Part of that is because Scoot has not been good. We're going to talk about that. Jeremy Grant has still been balling for him. DeAndre Ayton has been all right. He's been pretty good defensively, but offensively not fantastic. Brogdon's been good. He's already hurt, though. That only took about 7 games. What a surprise. Robert Williams is out for the year, as is Anthony Simons. That's a couple of big blows there to a couple of their better young players. So in this video, we're going to be talking all things Portland Trail Blazers basketball. So make sure you stick around for the full video. Hit the like button and leave me a comment down below, as well as, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, hitting that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. Don't let that be you. Now let's go ahead and get started looking at a couple of tough losses for this Blazers team. Anthony Simons going down for the year. That stinks because he was supposed to take a big leap this year, but for guys like Shaedon Sharpe, it's kind of a good thing because they get to fill the void in his absence. He only played 27 minutes this year before getting hurt and going out for the year. And like I said, that really sucks because this was a much-needed year for team chemistry. Shaedon, Scoot Henderson, and Anthony Simons, the three-headed guard monster in Portland, to learn together, to grow together, to learn how to play together, to learn how to win together. Instead, and they had some really good veteran pieces like Malcolm Brogdon. Instead, Anthony is out for the year. Now, Robert Williams, we thought he was going to be a really nice trade piece or even a long-term fit in Portland's side. He's out for the year as well after like 6 games played. And I'm assuming now they're going to keep him around because next year, obviously, this is the rebuilding year. Next year, you're right back into, hey, we want to compete, we want to win. So I'm guessing Time Lord will be in Portland for a good while, wearing the number that KD should have worn if they hadn't taken Greg Oden. Now, a guy that is still balling for him is Jeremy Grant. Despite the fact, hey, they wrote the Blazers off. Jeremy Grant said, no, we're still going to ball. And if we ball 23 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, that way, he's not really being efficient, kind of being a shot chucker, 41% from the field, 34% from 3, 1 block. But again, what else can you do? He's the main guy there on a rebuilding team. You can't really blame him for shot chucking. Just signed that 5-year, $160 million extension. So, I expect them to move on from him by the time that deal is up, but we will see what they do. Now, a guy that has been extremely disappointing for the Blazers this year was their number 3 overall pick in last year's draft, Scoot Henderson. I, like many others, thought he was probably the most NBA-ready prospect in this class. Instead, in his first 5 NBA games, he's averaging 8.8 points, 4.6 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 2.2 rebounds. He's shooting at 9% from 3. I didn't even know that was possible. 34% from the field. He's also averaging 4 turnovers, so a solid 1-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. No words. But, yeah, what I saw, I knew he was struggling. I didn't know it was that bad. But it's only been 5 games, so you got to give him some time to adjust. Let's not overreact. Ayton has been all right. 11.4 points, 12.9 rebounds, 1.4 assists. So doing work on the glass. 2 steals and a block a game. Not bad defensively. 58% from the field. So maybe taking some strides defensively after getting called out by his coach last year. Doesn't want to repeat that. 13 rebounds is nice, but only 11.5 points. At least he's better than Scoot. Scoot, golly, that is rough. If the Hornets would have drafted Scoot and he started out like that, I would have. Oh, I would have done something I'd probably regret. Now, some more trade bait here is Malcolm Brogdon, 17.3 points, 5.5 assists, and 4.8 rebounds. They said they want to keep him around to help with development. So, with Anthony Simons out, maybe a wrench gets thrown in those plans. Not really efficient this year, but we'll see what happens by the deadline. Maybe they keep him around for half a year to help Scoot out and then deal him off. It'd kind of be dumb not to because he's a really good veteran guard, and I feel like a team, maybe like the Celtics, would be able to give up a first-round pick, maybe more, to be able to acquire his services at the deadline. Now, some guys to watch for. Ryan Rupert. This is a rebuilding year for the Blazers, so Rupert is a guy to look for to maybe start to make an impact off the bench. Really good defender. Allergic to scoring offensively, but, they're going to look to change that. Chris Murray, the brother of Keegan Murray, twin brother of Keegan Murray. So, obviously, they share a little bit. They're twins, right? They obviously share a little bit of talent between the two. I think they're more similar than people think. So Chris Murray's a guy to look for. Matisse Thybulle, look for him to continue to being a lockdown on the perimeter and also be allergic to scoring. And then Tuamani Kamara, is that how you say his name? I believe. I probably butchered that, so help me out in the comments if I did. But he is another guy that you could be making an impact. He's getting early rotation minutes. Remember, second round pick out of Dayton by the Suns. They ship him over to Portland in the whole, was that like the Nurkic deal where they acquired, who did they acquire? Oh, that was the Dame trade where they helped facilitate that. But yeah, so, or not the Dame trade, the Drew Holiday trade, sorry. Well, I guess, same trade. Anyways, all right, I'm getting off track. Looking ahead for the Blazers, this is basically a rebuilding year, so not really anything to look for schedule-wise. I mean, it doesn't really matter how many games you win. You're expected to be picking in the lottery, probably picking in the top 5 again, and that's not the worst thing for this team. Go out, get another high upside wing prospect that can develop alongside of Simon, Scoot, Sharp, Ayton, Robert Williams. Good young core here in Portland. I'm very excited for the future because they have a guy in Shaedon Sharpe that has the potential to be a top 5 player in the league someday. And I'm not kidding about that. It's 6'6", 40, like a 57-inch vertical, something insane. Obviously, a little bit of sarcasm there, but the vertical is there. The defensive abilities are there. The instincts are there. I mean, the guy went from high school to college, decided, you know what, I'm too good for this college stuff, went straight to the draft, averaged 10 a game as a rookie, and in his second year as a 20-year-old is averaging 20 a game. Could be the best player in the league someday. Maybe not, but probably not, but there's a chance. So with that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.